Coming up on University Report, flooding in Minnesota and the Dakotas has numerous cities treading water.
It might not be the Masters, but downtown Minneapolis was host to a different golf tournament.
And we talk Gopher basketball with two big players.
University Report starts now.
Hi, I'm Jason Muirragui.
And I'm Heather Sahr.
Many Fargo-Moorhead residents are finally getting back to work today. The Red River separating the cities has fallen steadily since Sunday. The river rose to 23 feet above flood stage Saturday, breaking the record set in 1897. Conditions were compared to the 1997 flood that caused more than $3 billion worth of damage.
3.5 million sandbags were used to combat the flood. Officials began helping evacuees return to their homes last night. Forecasters are concerned melting snow may cause the river to start rising again in the coming weeks.
As water rose, volunteers rose to the occasion to help one another. Here is Tim Nelson with the story.
There are little towns up and down the Red River, just like North River, where in the worst of times, the best comes out.
The flood isn't great, but the help we're getting is really great.
Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers helping strangers. And as the water keeps rising, folks in this little town are staying put, fighting a river with the power to destroy everything.
It's a strong community. It's a great community, and we'll just keep going until we can't go anymore.
Sandbagging efforts in North River are just one of hundreds across Fargo and Moorhead.
Get that base low going up.
Volunteers and homeowners scramble to hold the water that just won't seem to stop.
This is how it was in '97. It's much higher now.
The Red River has already broken the records of the floods of 1897 and 1997. The National Weather Service says the river can fluctuate up to a foot, even after the crest. What this 24-home town lacks in size, it makes up for in heart. They're not giving up.
This does look like a place where can be saved, where their efforts and their sore backs and muscles and everything aren't going to be in vain.
Even the houses that seem lost already are priorities.
All these people, I can't believe how nice everybody is.
North River is a story seen all over the flood zone. People determined to save their homes, their towns, their lives. A story to keep fighting.
Yeah, because we have to fight. And that's just the way it is. We want to save our homes.
And for right now, their homes are safe. And the river is expected to crest on Saturday. Tim Nelson, University Report.
We've seen a lot of stories like that. But where did Fido go when this was all happening? Megan Matthews has the story.
Situation up and down the river.
Record-breaking flood water is forcing people out of their homes.
Be ready to leave?
But some won't leave without their pets. That's where groups like Adopt-A-Pet come in.
We need to save the people. And if they have a place for their animals, they will leave the area.
Gagnon helped set up an emergency animal shelter at West Fargo Fairgrounds. People can drop off their dogs or cats and leave them at the shelter until their home is safe. And they can always visit. Volunteers work day and night to give each animal food, water, and exercise. This gives families peace of mind.
That's one less thing you have to worry about.
The Scolvey family lives right here in Fargo, just a few blocks away from all of this. They're still living in their house, but one member of their family is not.
The Scolveys dropped off their dog Buddy at the shelter Thursday. Today is their first visit, but this isn't the whole Scolvey family.
Our daughter's sitting in the pickup. She won't come out and see him. It's too hard.
They say visiting is hard, but dealing with a second flood is harder.
In '97, we only had one kid to worry about. Now we got three. 2 kids and a pet.
If the levee behind their house breaks, they'll have to leave.
It's just scary. We haven't slept in about a week.
The shelter helps hundreds of families take care of themselves without worrying about their pets. Megan Matthews, University Report.
Good to see man's best friend is safe and sound. After the break, Zach gets an assist from Emily Fox and Travis Busch. Those interviews are up next.
Want a driver's autograph? Leave it to the driver seeker.
Here's your target. Good luck.
Our FedEx Camry is really running great. Very happy about it. What?
There's something on my car. Oh, it's got a peg. Be careful.
Hey, kid.
I'm Zach Eisendrath, here with another edition of the Golden Standard. Here today, I'm joined by Emily Fox of the women's basketball team.
Hi.
Emily, thanks for being with me today.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Good.
Anyway, just wanted to get to the meat of our conversation today.
Let's do it.
Want to talk about the women's Final Four coming up Sunday in St. Louis. Big matchups. First, we got to talk about undefeated UConn.
Yep.
Definitely, clearly the favorite.
Clear favorite.
All right, taking on Stanford.
Yes.
Now, you know a lot about Stanford. That was your first regular season game of the year.
I do. That was our very first game. They beat us pretty handily.
Mhm.
They have a very good post in Jane Appel, who had 46 points the other night. So I think it'll be a really good matchup, though I think UConn is too deep and too strong.
Sure, so you're going with UConn to take
I'm
that
going
one.
with UConn.
Okay, then we got Oklahoma
Mhm.
versus Louisville, and I'm
Yes.
very intrigued about this matchup.
I'm
As you
very
know,
intrigued.
Courtney Paris, one of the
Yep.
big power forwards for the Sooners,
Yes.
has guaranteed a national championship.
She has.
Back to the Sooner State.
Mhm.
If Oklahoma does not win, then the whole thing.
The whole thing.
She will give back 4 years of scholarship money. Now,
Yes.
what do you think about that guarantee first, and can they do it? Can they beat UConn?
Well, first of all, I think it got blown way out of proportion. I think more she was just saying it that if they don't win, she didn't come here what she came to do. And
Sure.
that's win a national championship. But I don't think they will win. Honestly, I think UConn is too deep and too strong. But I think it'll be a great matchup if they can get past Louisville,
Sure.
because Louisville is a very strong team too.
Let's talk Gophers now.
Yes.
You know, I'd be mistaken not to talk about your season.
Yes.
Compared to expectations, how'd things work out? You know, you played Notre Dame
Mhm.
at Notre Dame, the 7-10 matchup in the tournament.
did.
You won a game,
Mhm.
which you didn't do the year before against Texas. So
Exactly.
You know, you made it to the second round.
We did. I think overall we had a great season. We kind of slipped at the end of our season, but our win at Notre Dame, it was like a home game for them.
Sure.
And to get that win on the road was just incredible. And to take the next step in winning the second round game, which we didn't even get there that far last year. So I think it was a great step in the right direction.
And the future's bright. You know, there's some pretty good players coming in, right?
Yeah, we only lost 2 seniors, myself and Kay Silva, so they have a lot of leadership coming back. And then we have 4 really good freshmen coming in, 2 huge post players.
Sure. Okay. Now, you know, I've been talking to some WNBA experts
Have
lately.
you?
Yes. And
Okay.
they believe you will go second or third round in the draft coming up on Thursday, correct?
It's a week from tomorrow.
So pretty exciting times for you, right?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, pretty nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. I'm going to St. Louis this weekend. I'm doing a draft camp, and then we'll see what happens on a week from Thursday.
Got another great guest on our forum right now. We got Travis Busch from the Minnesota basketball team. Thanks for
Good to
being
see
with me,
you.
Travis. How
Yep.
you doing?
Tremendous.
Are you?
Yep.
All right. Well, you know, you're a basketball player, but you're also an expert, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to, help me break down the Final Four if you could. We got 2 Big East teams, Villanova and
Yep.
UConn. Got an ACC team, North Carolina, probably the favorite entering the national semifinals.
Mhm.
And then we have, probably a surprise, Michigan State. From the Big Ten. Personally, I don't think it's a surprise.
Yeah, me neither.
But
Yeah.
most national experts have been ripping the Big Ten, as you've known.
Experts.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Michigan State playing in Motown, their hometown?
Oh, that's huge.
You know?
Huge. Momentum.
Right.
Motown.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's big for Detroit. You know, you see those pieces they're doing about the economy and bringing spirits up with the team. So I think it's big for them. I think they get a lot of fans. And Tom Izzo's a tremendous coach.
Sure.
So
Well,
he's going to lead them to victory, I think.
How impressive Michigan State was to beat Louisville in the Elite Eight. You have to really look at how Louisville was dominating. They
Right.
scored 103 points, I believe, against Arizona in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And then Michigan State's defense, which you know very well, they're pretty powerful with Travis Walton, great defender. They limited them to 52 points in the Elite Eight.
Well, the thing is about Louisville, I mean, they started that run in the Big East tournament, and I picked them to win all in my mind. I can't do a bracket,
Sure.
And you don't bet on it, as
Right.
Clark Kellogg says.
Right. Well, they have a tough first matchup, make no mistake about it. There's 7-3, Machine to beat there in the middle.
He's
Intimidates
huge.
anybody, right? He is huge. And Jim Calhoun's squad, the last 2 times they've come out of the West region, they've won it all.
Really?
So what do you think about UConn's chances?
I don't know if they have that leadership they need to pull it off. What was that guy? Dyson?
Right,
they don't have
hurt.
Dyson anymore. And I think they might come up short.
Let's break down the other national semifinal. Villanova. If there's any team with momentum right now, it's Villanova after Scotty Reynolds' last-second buzzer-beating layup. What do you call a layup? We call it
like a little...
It's a kiss,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
All right.
after.
And he'll be taking, thank you.
Yeah.
They'll be taking on North Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina, you know, they went to the Final Four last year.
I think they're going to choke, to be honest.
You think they are again?
Yeah, they're one of those teams.
Really?
Everybody puts all their eggs in their basket, and they just crack under pressure, you know. I don't think they're going to do it. I think Villanova's got a lot of momentum, as you said.
For Travis Busch, I'm Zach Eisendrath. Take care, Travis.
You too.
Thanks, Zach. To watch those interviews in their entirety, go online to murphy.sjmc.umn.edu/4452. Click Spring 2009, then click University Report. When we come back, what were 1,000 golfers doing in the Minneapolis Skyway? And see just how these women are getting their groove back.
What are you doing?
We're playing the Guitar Hero.
No, there's Guitar Hero Metallica.
So?
So it means you're gonna have to put on some pants, Pops.
Who are you calling Pop?
Metallica and 21 other bands are coming to Guitar Hero. Unleash your inner rock star. Rated T for Teen.
It's not NASCAR, it's the Pinewood Derby, a Boy Scout tradition almost 60 years old. Scouts in the Lakeville area raced their home-built model cars last week.
Just get a block of it in this pit, and we go to this place. We're able to build it, make our designs for it in carbon.
They have about 3 months to build their wooden cars and race them on a 64-foot track. 5 scouts from each local race will go on to compete at the next level in April.
Who do you think's gonna win? My brother. What's his name? Elias.
Elias didn't win that night, but says he had fun building the car.
Minneapolis golfers got a head start on their short game. It's still a little chilly out, but golfers with an itch to swing those clubs got a chance to putt indoors. An 18-hole miniature golf course filled the skyways of 6 buildings in downtown Minneapolis. The theme for the 3rd annual Skyway Open was Made in Minneapolis. Teams of 4 paid $140 to play, and the money raised went to the Boys and Girls Club of the Twin Cities. Each of the 18 holes was designed by a different architecture firm from the area. And, in typical Minnesota fashion, one of the holes was modeled after a hockey rink. Wondering how to cook healthier? A unique service from the U of M teaches you how. Anna Ewert has the story.
Some college students don't chop, saute, or boil much of anything.
I feel like I do need help with meal planning because I just kind of get home, I said, and it's like, oh, mac and cheese, like.
But thanks to a program offered by the University of Minnesota's Boynton Health Services, there's hope. U students can sign up to have upper-level nutrition students come into their homes and give them a cooking lesson. The meal and the lesson are free, but there is an underlying message.
Saving money, eating healthier, that's kind of the goal of the program, is to get people cooking in their homes.
By introducing them to one of 2 soup recipes, they hope to create healthy eating habits that some students have either forgotten or never learned.
Usually when you cook at home, you're cooking more nutritious foods, and it's just getting them into the habit of cooking so that once they start families, they're cooking for them rather than just relying on convenience foods that are unhealthy.
Mom and Dad both work full-time, so it was just kind of like my parents just throw spaghetti together and there we go, kids.
The lessons show students that cooking can fit into their schedules while also benefiting their budgets and bodies. But then again, the free meal doesn't hurt either. Anna Ewert, University Report.
A Minneapolis store is donating denim to a good cause. Our own Heather Sahr has the story.
At a trendy boutique in Uptown, shoppers are finding ways to save a few bucks, all while helping out a great program.
Obviously the 25% off kind of got me in here, but it's nice to know that they're
going to a good cause.
Throughout the weekend, shoppers at Covered were asked to donate a pair of denim jeans. In exchange, 25% off would be applied to a new pair of jeans purchased at the store. For the second year in a row, all donated items would be given to the Phyllis Wheatley Women's Program in Minneapolis.
The Wheatley program is a 12-week program. It's for victims of violence or women that are in a relationship they're not sure it's healthy.
They go through this program, and then at graduation, they call it, they get a pair of these jeans.
Covered takes only high-quality denim for the program, but the director at Phyllis Wheatley says they didn't have any problems getting lots of jeans last year.
It was fantastic. I can't tell you how many pairs of jeans there were. I know it was like a couple of large boxes, all dry cleaned and folded, various sizes, and the women were just beside themselves. They were just so excited.
So what is it about the program that makes it so special?
We're asking for donated jeans that are, premium, that you spend at least $75 on, because these women will never go out and spend that money. And, for them to get something like that is it's almost life-changing.
The program has been so successful that Covered says they will definitely be offering it again next year.
We'll see you soon.
Heather Sahr, University Report.
No shoes, no socks, and no men. These are just some of the rules in Maggie Habashi's belly dancing class, which teaches the culture and history of belly dancing.
Dancing traditionally is it's women dancing for other women.
Habashi says it's the older women who are really benefiting the most from what the class has to offer.
And I don't know if I'll, be able to do this. And she pointed some other mature women out and said, they've been sticking at it. And it makes me feel younger, and it's kind of surprising to see your body move in ways that you didn't think it could.
That's all for University Report. We hope you have a great day.
So how's your bracket?
Oh, terrible. I lost in the first round.
Oh, sad.
All the teams were losers.
Aww.
First round.
That's something. No drinking when you